104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Rula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here. Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Rula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Well, good morning, Houston, Texas. It is Wednesday, September the 6th of 2023 at 6:01 a.m. with Ruler, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Ahmad, who's in for Sam. And guys, 11 years ago, today was a Thursday. My Rose's baby was born. Today is my Eleni's birthday. She turns 11.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Isn't that crazy?
11?
The cool thing about she's 11, and the cool thing about working from home is when they get up to go to school, I can actually instead of saying, oh, they're going to school, happy birthday, sweet girl, I'd be like, oh, hey, Eleni, tell everybody hi, it's your birthday today.
Yeah, you can actually see her on the day.
I can actually see her this morning when she wakes up. It'll be fun. Yeah.
Oh, that's,
So,
wow, that's 11
weird.
years ago.
Yeah, I remember.
I think Sam's been with us
Rose.
almost 5 years.
In
I
July.
know,
Really?
right?
4 or 5, I'm not even sure.
Well, no, it was 4 in July.
Was it 4 in July? Or?
Yeah. Yeah, so she's going
said
into
something
her
about 5,
fifth.
I
Yeah.
couldn't-
Yeah, because we've been through 3 years since COVID, and she started before COVID.
Yep.
Because
But we actually ended up working with her more via via Zoom link
from home.
Yeah.
from
For
home
a year and a half.
than in real life when she first started with us.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
so
If you got
crazy.
COVID, then she had a baby. God, like you've been out at home, Rilla. So you haven't worked with her that much in person.
That's true.
if you count all the days. That's crazy. Time goes
Yeah.
fast.
That's just the way of the world, though, now. So many people work remotely still.
Did you see this lady in Australia? What's her name? Monique Jeremiah. She's a reality TV star, but she, to make money to get to where she is, she rented out her bed to people. $631 a month, saying it's called hot bedding.
Hot
Where
bedding.
you're not having relations or anything. You're just
People are tooting in your bed.
no, yeah. Hot
So hot
box.
bedding it.
No,
Exactly.
so
People just rent
she
for
sleeps with them. They sleep with
Yeah,
her.
it's like you have one bed, so maybe it's a one bedroom. You pay $631,
And you get to sleep with her in the same bed.
yeah, but you're not doing anything. It's like it's got to be like somebody from the same. Got to have that same.
I don't
vibe.
think I
Still
like
weird.
that. That is just weird.
How you supposed to date?
Stabbed in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Or other things.
Yeah,
You might get backstabbed.
but how are you supposed to have relationships?
I mean, that would be
Right.
weird if you're dating somebody and like, well, I got to go home, honey. I got to go sleep with this stranger in her bed for $600.
I don't know if it's a stranger. I guess it's a roommate.
Wait, but she sleeps in the bed with them, or she
Yep.
just sleeps in another room in her
That's
house?
just strange.
No, they sleep right next to each other.
And how much does she get again?
That's messed up.
$631 a month, but she's Australian,
Oh, per month.
so I don't know. Maybe that's less money,
Yeah, I don't know what the Australian cash breakdown would be.
like 500 maybe.
Gosh, I haven't
Sure,
checked
but
that in a while.
still.
When I was there, we would win on our side. When I was there, that was years ago, so I don't know how the exchange is.
Because we're in the wrong country. Because in Australia, the morning shows there get like
Yeah,
Millions.
8 to 11 million a year.
Really?
Yeah,
like-
well,
Yes.
Treated like
the
gods.
currency
radio shows
exchange
there are
is not
treated
the
like
same
the
thing.
French cast of the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
11 million.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's Australian. It's still probably like
lot
7
more.
million, 6
Yeah.
million here.
Let me look that up.
Good day, mate.
I think it's actually very close, Ryan.
Yeah,
I
can we
think it's actually very close.
The Ruler and Ryan show.
raise up
But they
that?
would do,
What's
for the
that?
mom, they would do things.
That was a rough try.
Yeah. Ahmad, they would do things like at the bus stops. They would have like these rolling digital boards that say like, coming in 6 weeks, the so-and-so show is back for a new season. And we're talking about radio, not television.
Really?
They would take like breaks, like seasonal big breaks, and then come back like a season,
Okay.
like on NBC.
So here's the breakdown. If you have $100 in America, in Australia, it's $155. So every
Well, it's
dollar,
weak.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, their dollar is like worth 64. Our dollar over there is
As I said, their 11 million is like
64 cents.
6 million here or something. Mm-hmm. Oh no, how do they live?
Yeah,
They
Oh, gosh. How can they survive?
and they have like contests where one day they'll do a whole thing. Anyone that calls in gets a car.
that's
Anyone who
Just-
calls
just-
in gets
we
a
had a
trip.
car?
Like they'll do these things like,
because they have lots of money
they
for
have big budgets, I guess.
big budgets. But I mean, obviously they know how many cars they're going to do. Like
So these guys that are getting $11 million in the morning, it would be like getting like $7.5 million here. Oh my God, that would be insane.
and they're giving away cars, or everyone that calls in gets a vacation somewhere.
You get
That sounds
vacation.
fun.
You get vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crikey!
And that's what I'm saying. Come on, Ahmad, you got practice.
Crikey.
Or you just go as Ahmad.
Oh, true. I could be like the American. They can make me look stupid for
We just
7
wondered
million.
that
I
if
don't mind.
other countries are like that. You know, in America, if you've got like a morning personality that's got a British accent, I think a lot of people would be
There
fascinated.
used to be a girl here in Houston that had a British accent.
Really?
I forget
Was she
it.
on the point?
They
She went
do,
to the point, that old 80s
80
station.
station.
I think so. To answer your question, yes, they do like the American accent. From when I was there, it was years ago, but I remember when I would go places with my cousins, people would just like smile automatically because I was speaking in my American accent. And I remember being in the mall, like in a department store with her, and we were shopping for makeup, and the lady was her friend, and she goes, "Oh my God, say something else."
Say something
like,
That's funny.
I wonder, do they have like sayings
really
like,
fun.
what's their version of, oh, bless her heart?
Yeah, that's the thing. It'd be hard to do a show with them because you would not know half the stuff. Or
All the
Y'all,
colloquialisms.
bad words that we can't say here are normal cuss words for them.
or the shows
Oh,
they grew
yeah.
up with. So they do have like friends in the office and that from America and stuff. They have a lot of American stuff they like, but they also
we
have
don't
their
know
own.
their version of stuff.
They also have their shows. Like Margot Robbie was on a couple shows. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're getting more of them because through Netflix now we can get some of these shows.
Right.
I like to watch Drag Race Down Under, and that's where I'm starting to learn a bit more of the Australian.
I don't think that's going to get you $11 million a year, Kevin.
That sounds like Russian
know
meets
about
Australian. Trying to be a Russian there. I don't know what that was.
Calcula in there.
And they have artists that we don't know there that are super, super popular, like an Ed Sheeran level or a Beyonce level of person, but we don't know
Troy
them.
Sivan, Kylie Minogue.
Exactly.
Kylie Minogue is like Madonna over there.
Yeah.
But
Has
we
to
know
be. If
we
we
know
know her-
Kylie, Kevin. There are people we don't know.
Yeah,
There
no
were
names.
years ago when One Direction was first starting out, their opening act was an Australian pop singer that over there people lost their minds for this guy. Over here, nobody cared. His name was Ollie something. I can't remember. He was very nice.
They've had a few
yeah.
breakups. If you think about it, some of the biggest
yeah,
Australian
Ollie Murs.
stars of all times, AC/DC came from Australia. In Excess came from
I thought
Australia.
they were Scottish, AC/DC.
New Australian.
They did play the
Really?
They had
Yeah.
the bagpipe and that's one song. So.
Yeah, no, they're
I
Australian.
can see why you think that.
Yeah. If I don't know my AC/DC, I think they're Scottish.
When
Scotland.
when most people sing, they sound English, American.
Oh,
Yeah, they
yes,
don't
they
have the.
Like Ozzy Osbourne, I don't understand him until he sings.
That's true.
Exactly right.
Such a thick English accent.
Except for some of Ed Sheeran's song lyrics, you can hear his British accent in the way he sings.
What's that band that sings, "When I Close My Eyes"? We play
Keep
it.
going, Eric.
I can't remember.
The Bastille.
But still, they sound.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell they're not American.
if you hear their speaking voice, it's quite
I'm
different.
like, when he starts talking, I don't know what the hell he's saying.
But George Michael, he didn't really sound British.
That's true.
When he sang, he didn't. When he spoke, he
George
did.
Michael. is
Same
British.
with.
But you didn't know
You didn't know that?
That's some of our LGBTQI
I know. I
history.
just know his music.
You gotta
I
watch
don't
that
know.
Wham special on
Yeah,
Netflix.
watch
I
that.
do.
It's
I do.
so
I
good.
do.
I feel like Netflix is dropping the ball lately. Like I'm not seeing the stuff where everyone talks about together. You know, like Stranger Things a few years ago.
Yeah, we need like a.
There's a show out there right now that,
Show that
that's got
bonds us.
better ratings than that. Some about pirates or something.
I've been seeing this interactive show people have been doing on there.
I haven't been on
gotta
Netflix
find
in a
the
while. I've
name
been
of
watching
it.
too much baseball. I haven't had time to watch
Yeah,
any.
go Stros. Oh my God, Altuve 3 home runs yesterday.
That was
6
amazing.
home runs in the game.
Here's what's amazing.
Y'all.
He had 3 home runs in the game before the Rangers got to their 7, 8, 9 hitters. Mm-hmm. Think about that.
That's insanity.
They didn't even go through their full lineup, and he already went through 3 times and hit 3 home runs.
That's crazy. 14-1 blowout, man.
Y'all, I was thinking that I had missed all the action when I first started watching the game, and I was like, oh my God, it's 3-0. It's on top of the first. Amazing. And then I had to run around, do things in my house, and I was like, oh my God, what's the score now? So then I had to come to my computer and work for a little bit, and Eric had said, text me, man, these asteroids sure are fun tonight.
Yeah,
I was like,
asteroids?
I'm missing it. So I went back, it was 9-0. I thought, okay,
I knew
missed all
you
the
started
action.
watching because they scored. The Rangers
What?
scored because
They got one run.
When Rula watches, sometimes the other team does well.
Yeah, I missed all the action and the other team scores. So, Eric, I turned it on right after they scored that run.
Okay, I
Because
thought
I
maybe-
asked Tassos, I said, what's the score now? He goes, they just scored a run. I was like, dang it. I probably missed all the action. Nope. I got to see 5 more scores.
Yep.
It was awesome.
It was a good day.
Yeah. Brantley will be playing tonight, by the way.
Yeah, he'll be in there. Diaz, I don't know if he'll be in there, but it's a lot of fun right now.
Man,
It's in-
Dubon the last 2 days, even though I wanted to,
just fun seeing
complain about
them.
him the last few weeks. The last 2 days, Dubon has brought it.
It's kind of like a
We're number
rapid
one.
fire when one of us brags a lot and then they get taken down. It feels
Oh, well, speaking of, at 8 o'clock this morning, it is rapid fire. Who won last week? I think that was Rula.
My fault. I went for it. I should.
Oh, Rula, before you
Stepped on
came
the
on,
bench.
because, we're broadcasting from the studio and you're at home, obviously.
Yes.
Eric's like, yeah, I threw it. I gave it to Rula.
Oh, please.
Eric was bragging. He's like, I
No,
wanted to
he
see
threw it because
He said, I
once
wanted to
Eric
see her gonna
misses
win.
2 in the final round, then he gives up because he has no faith
my
that he
plan
can come back
works
from that.
because I knew if I won this thing,
Shoot.
the listener is going to pick me to be in the mystery box. And it worked because the person even said I was going to pick Eric, but he was really nice today, so we're putting Kevin.
It worked.
But now there's no more mystery box for a while.
I mean, but we still owe Ruler mystery boxes.
Oh, yeah, when she gets back.
Yeah, at least 2.
Yep.
Every day, pretty much, for a week.
We're going to do mystery week.
Mystery week.
One for the hands, one for the feet.
Oh, I like that. A box for
Then the third
feet.
day, she put her whole body in.
Yeah.
When they
Yeah.
put her
We did
head
do
in,
that
just
once.
put her-
We did do that one time. We
Yeah.
put Mumbles in. We built a box and Mumbles was in it.
But yeah, put your hands in one day, then your
For
feet
Kevin.
one day, and then the next day you put your head just in something.
Oh, yeah.
Then your whole body.
No.
It's like those things with the machine with the
Do you
bunny.
remember those old, old-timey, workout machines where you'd see the person go in the
Oh, yeah,
steam,
that
box,
steam box.
and their head would be the only thing sticking out?
I bet that would work.
Now you can do that with a cryo chamber.
Oh, yeah.
It goes the other way.
Your head's in it,
Yes.
and then your body's not.
No. The cryo chamber is
Your
your
whole
whole body, not your head.
Yeah.
Not your head. Okay. That
It's
is the
just
same
your head.
concept.
That's like when you die and you freeze
Yeah,
your
they're
head.
just going to freeze my head only.
That's strange.
So we got a lot of stuff going on
Very
today.
strange.
Prank calls and closure and rate your secret.
Ooh.
Let's get it going.
And coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, you know it had to happen. Beyonce's going to be here soon. Taylor was already here. Let the competition begin. In
Uh-oh.
what way? We'll talk about that. Here's your official weather for today.
It is going to be sunshine, heat advisory. It looks like it could hit 100 again. Yeah, 100 degrees, and we're in September. Isn't that crazy? Right now, 82 degrees.
No, it's not, because September in Houston is basically the second August.
And we got 4 more weeks. We need October when the festival starts.
If it was November, I'd be like, wow, why is it still 100?
It's just insane. All right now, 82 degrees and 612 on the Rule and Ryan Show.
I'm pleased to introduce
Rula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
It's brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. All right, so the Eras Tour was here in April. Taylor did 3 shows at NRG Stadium, and she usually did 3 shows in most of the big cities. Some cities got 2 shows. For Beyonce, she's doing a couple shows here coming up this month. Ahmad,
I'm
you
so
have your outfit picked out?
excited. Yes, I'm getting my outfit ready. Thank you guys so much again for those tickets.
That was Ahmad's birthday gift. He's a huge Beyonce fan. Okay, so of course, if you've got 2 giants of industry doing these giant tours, somebody's going to put something up against each other. Like, well, let's see how they compare. I don't really know if it's fair to compare Beyonce's tour with Taylor's, because Beyonce's tour is not as long as Taylor's. So here's how it shakes down. Beyonce's doing 56 shows. Taylor did 146. 146. Renaissance runs 2 hours and 29 minutes, Ahmad.
Yep.
And the Eras Tour, of course, as we all know, ran 3 hours and 23 minutes.
Yes.
The songs performed, Taylor did 46 songs in those nearly 3.5 hours. Beyonce does 35 in 2.5 hours. That's a lot of songs. You get 35 songs with
Yeah,
Beyonce.
and it's fun because it's
She's doing medleys?
she's doing she mixes in the hits with the new album. She doesn't just play the whole new album. You're supposed to know everything. Like, she mixes in the hits for people.
That's
why
how
I
you
like
get
it.
so many songs in. You play like a 2-minute version of it.
Right,
mix it in.
right.
Well, she has quite a library of hits.
Yes.
A library of hits. The young lady.
Costume changes. Beyonce changes 9 times in
Yes.
2.5 hours.
I mean,
Taylor
Cher does
changed
that too, but it's
16 times in 3.5 hours. I don't even know, like, really, we heard those stories of, like, Lady Gaga or Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas, people who have, like, basically peed on the side of the stage, or even Kelly Clarkson said the same thing. I don't know when Taylor goes, if at all, because maybe she doesn't drink a lot of water in the daytime, so she's not dehydrated. I mean, not that she's dehydrated, but she doesn't have to go, because 3.5 hours is a long time, and she basically never leaves. Okay, how many ovations, or like, what was the longest ovation that they got at their show so far? Rennaissance doesn't really have any breaks. The longest ovation, if you want to call it that, is when Blue Ivy came out for the first time, because she dances. Mm-hmm. So that was a pretty long time. In the Eras tour, every single stop that Taylor did, every single city had the Mystery 2 songs. She would come out at the stage and she would go to the piano and she would just pick whatever 2 songs she feels like playing, and nobody knows what songs they are because it's just her playing the piano or her guitar. The band didn't have to be in on it. They'd be like, oh, I'm going to play this song. When she did Champagne Problems in Los Angeles, that was an 8-minute ovation for that song.
Wow.
That was a long time. Beyonce has 23 backup dancers and Taylor has 16. And how many opening acts? 0 for Beyonce, which means get in there and get going when you get there. Because,
I will say it depends on the show, because I've noticed, like, at certain places like LA and New York, she'll like have like a DJ that's like famous, like K Tronada, or like just like famous DJs she's been having, not like big opening
would you
acts.
call them surprise guests? Because she has 15 of those.
Yes,
and,
I would call them surprise guests. Yes.
Yeah, we'll do that. And then Rennaissance had one mishap so far. It was a malfunctioning giant flying horse.
Yeah. Yes.
The horse is out of control.
I don't remember when Taylor swallowed a bug at the Chicago show, but apparently one flew into her mouth while she was singing.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That is so crazy. Especially because some of these venues, right? I mean, they're outdoor and they're not covered. Like, not everybody has a football stadium that's covered.
That's got to be hard to go through, because, come on, we've all been there before. We've accidentally swallowed a bug, and then you find yourself, like, spitting for the next hour. You're like,
got some legs stuck in your teeth.
I'm sure she's got, like, some scope or something on the side of the stage.
I mean, she's got water, but you got to wash it down, basically. You're like, I ate a bug.
Well, what do you do? It's halfway down your throat. You might as well just swallow it down.
Okay.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, you know, she's well known for having written about people who broke her heart. And Joe Jonas was one of the very first celebrity names connected with that topic for Taylor Swift. As you know, since then, they've both grown up and gone their separate ways. And yesterday, I mentioned how Joe Jonas's story over the weekend, Labor Day weekend, was that he had retained a divorce attorney. And apparently now it's official that he is filing for divorce from Sophie Turner after 4 years of marriage, claiming his marriage is irretrievably broken, even though he tried to salvage it. Do you know what that means?
Basically, she wanted to party, right? From what I read, he wanted to. He's a stay-at-home guy.
Stay-at-home guy?
I mean, that sounds fishy. Like, he's trying to get
Like, to
ahead of
me,
something.
that does. To me, if it's irretrievably broken, it means somebody cheated on me.
He was I've met him several times, and he is a wild guy. He seems like he's a very party-oriented, crazy kind of run around.
But in that group, he had to
You
be.
guys are saying that he's the homebody.
Image. They're saying he's the homebody, which it could be.
And Kevin's saying he's the party guy.
But you know,
Seemed like it.
But in that band of his other band, he had to.
That's true.
That image of being crazy and stuff.
Yeah, DNC.
I always find the people that you find on TV or you see really crazy in real life, they're the opposite.
Very quiet,
Yeah.
reserved, yeah.
There was one story that, you know, because Sophie Turner's family's in England, that she was going to, she made a joke last year. Apparently, she goes, I'm going to drag Joe back there so we can be near my family and friends for my mental health. And they never did that.
Do they have a kid or no?
They'd have 2.
They have 2 kids in 4 years. Wow.
They've been busy.
Maybe that's
Yeah, I could have sworn they have 2, right? I know they have 1 for sure, but didn't she, or did that not end up happening for her? Let's double check that, Eric. I could have sworn they had 2 kids. But yeah, and
2 kids.
we'll see what happens. It's always unfortunate when a celebrity marriage comes to an end, because you know what? The odds are against you as a celebrity marrying a celebrity. That's what it is. So when you last for a long time, everyone's like, wow, look at them still going strong.
Yeah, they have
You
2
know, it's not-
kids. They had a daughter who's 3, a second daughter born on July 22nd. They married back in 2019.
Yeah, I figured
Wait, just
they had a
born?
mini.
July 22.
Oh,
So a year. So they've got a 3-year-old and a
I think it's
1-year-old.
July 22nd.
Yeah, no, they have a 3 and a 1-year-old.
Like, dang, flop that baby out. We're done.
It's over.
I bet that's
some
happened.
Divorced while they're still pregnant. There's plenty of celebrities who've divorced while they're still pregnant. I mean,
There's a lot of people that do it in real life, which is tough.
yeah. I mean, our whole show's about that. People finding out their mate is cheating on them while they're pregnant, which is horrible, with the best friend and all the stuff. Clickbait links on TikTok. My guy cheated on me, and this is how I got him back. Meh.
Oh, you click on this. You click in how many, just Google how many children they have, and the first thing that comes up on the Google search, no, Joe Jonas doesn't deserve a gold star for his parenting.
Wow.
Dang. Sorry,
How do you
Joe.
know people?
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what the top stories are.
I mean, how do people know this?
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, him saying like, "Oh, I was the good one." I don't know. I think he's trying to get some of that Game of Thrones money.
Some of that Game of Thrones money.
No, he's got plenty of his Jonas Brother tour money.
True,
Okay,
true.
I'm going to
Who's
throw
worth
this
more?
way.
Okay,
let's
look
find
it up.
that out real quick.
Go ahead, Ryan's
Joe
going to look it up while you do your story, Ryan.
Joe Jonas is worth more for sure.
He's gotta be.
He's worth $50 million, and how much is Sophie?
I'll say she's worth
Half
17.
of that. I'd say she's half of that.
Maybe 12.
Because the X-Men
All right.
movie she sucked in.
She's worth $12 million.
Oh my God, I got it right on the head.
Yeah, so he's worth 50. She's worth 12. He's not going after the Game of Thrones cash.
Nope.
So
She
listen to
wants the Joe
this.
Bros cash.
There's a story that's so random. I have to share it with you guys. Stephen King, very well known, obviously, writer, Stephen King of All Things Scary,
Heard of him.
was once so obsessed with Lou Bega's song Mambo Number 5.
Little bit
Mambo
of-
Number 5.
That one?
A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Jessica. Okay. It threatened his marriage. His wife told him, one more time and I'm going to blanking leave you.
Really?
He said he was so obsessed with the song that he had the dance mix and he loved those extended play versions and he played it all the time. And it was one of them was just a total instrumental side and one had the music. He played it until his wife said, I'm going to blanking leave you if you don't stop playing this song. And that's when he was working on his 2011 novel 11/22/63.
Maybe he was trying to make himself go mad.
To instrumental stuff
Wait,
while he's writing
What year?
in 2011.
Okay, that
That
was...
song came out because it was
That came
That
out
song
in the
came out in
90s, like
98 or
back in the...
99.
because Ally McBeal had a big promo back in like 98, 99 during the summer when they're about to come back, like this time of the year.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and they had that song and they're all dancing, even that little baby, the dancing baby.
That's
yes,
right.
the
And you
Dancing
remember,
Baby.
okay, back in the 90s
I
when...
still remember that because I hated that song
when
so
President
much.
Clinton scandal happened, and then they were like, "Ooh, got to get this song off their campaign trail." Little bit of Monica.
I just remember this song and the thong song.
Cisco.
Cisco thumb song. Okay, so it was in
The long
2011
summer.
when he got obsessed with the instrumental of Lou Bega's Mambo Number 5 because he said while he's writing, he likes to listen to instrumentals a lot. And he said, you know, having lyrics in the songs are a challenge. He said, if you tried to write and listen to Leonard Cohen, how the blank would you do that? Because you have to listen to the words, you have to
Well, yeah.
listen to what he's saying.
So
he
basically you're
plays
listening to-
instrumentals. So he was going over and over with the instrumental of Mambo Number 5 for his writing, and then he just liked the song in general. So his wife was like, "One more time, and it's over." That's a question. What's the dumbest thing you've left your mate over?
It's over.
It's over. All right, coming up next, because the kiddos are back in school. Hey, kiddos, welcome back to your regular life in the school world. We haven't done this, I think, since school joined back officially, even since the first weeks of the first schools. It's
been like 4 or 5 months.
Really fun. There is always an article about people, like what the study shows of what did you want to be when you were growing up?
Like when you were a
I
little
grew up,
kid.
I want to be an astronaut. And then what did you actually turn out to be? There's a stat about that, and I thought that's a good reason to bring that back up. At 713-390-KRBE, tell us what you wanted to be when you were growing up. Like you were saying, I'm going to be this when I grow up. And what are you actually doing now that you're an adult? What is the job? Did they line up or is it totally opposite? 713-390-KRBE. We'll hear from you next on The Rule and Ryan Show.
It's KRBE. Let's do it with more of the Rule and Ryan Show.
Okay, there's what you want to be when you're a little kid, and then there's the reality of what you become.
Yeah, every so often a story comes out about how many people actually ended up doing what they said they wanted to be when they were kids. And you know, when you're a child, when it's really whimsy in your toddler years, you're like, oh, I want to be a firefighter, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be a princess, I want to be. And then, you know, reality sets in and you're realizing, well, I
No one
can't
says, I
really
wanna
be a princess.
I want to be the manager at Best Buy.
Yes.
You know,
Well,
it's a good job. It's a
I'd
great
like to
job,
be
but-
in quality control.
Yeah, no one says that.
Sometimes you get a chance
Customer
to try
service.
it, and it sucks.
Yeah, your dream job, you think, oh, I got it.
Yeah, nah,
Don't like
never
it.
mind. Nah. Not for
Yeah,
me.
because then you're what's the word? It's just romanticized all your life, and then you actually get that job. You're like, this is not really that good.
There's so many people I know that
So-
they're doctors and their kids end up, but they're doctors. I'm like, do they really want to be a doctor? Or they just their whole life.
They were forced
They're
into it.
pressured
probably.
into it.
I'm sure they don't mind the paycheck.
I don't
though.
feel like it's too much pressure. I feel like it's just that's what the line is.
But you'll
like
crack.
that's just where you go.
If you don't-
you know.
That's one of those things that you gotta love. 'Cause
And if
Yeah.
and if your parents can help get you into that business, that's very lucrative. You
we're not
want
even
the best
helping
for your
unless
kids.
they see how you've been. They can teach you.
Yeah.
You know what it's like to be a doctor your whole life. You're got a leg up on everybody.
Is it possible to be like an incredibly intelligent person? Both of you and the mother and the father are really smart, and then the kid is just not driven at all.
Sure, of course. Just the way there could be bad seed kids that you feel like you try to raise them right, and for some reason they're just that kid that's constantly getting in trouble and messing with people. 713-390-KRBE. We're asking you the question, what did you want to be when you were a child? And what is your job actually now that you are an adult? 713-390-KRBE. Kaylee's up first. Hi, Kaylee. Good morning.
Uh-oh.
Kaylee.
Going once.
I'll put her on hold. We'll go back to her.
Wait, can you hear me now, Kaylee?
Good morning, guys.
Oh, there
she
you are.
is. Hi.
Hi, Kate.
Good morning.
We got you finally.
So tell us, Kaylee, what did you want to be as you were growing up as a child? You thought you're going to be one thing, and now tell us what you actually are.
So I wanted to be a veterinarian all the way up till my junior year in high school, and now I am a digital art and photography teacher.
Oh.
So the same.
That's way.
Just kidding.
Not even close.
So where did the veterinarian dream die? Like what age? Were you just like, yeah, I don't really want to do that?
I was 16, 17, and I ended up, my mom is a high school art teacher, and I ended up being an aide in her classroom and falling in love with teaching. And I was like, wait, no, I don't want to go to school for 8 years. I love this. It became a passion.
That's awesome.
That is.
So you are actually doing something you have passion for. Fantastic. And you prove the point. You're doing something along the lines of what your mom was doing. Saying back to the doctor comment, if you go to work with your parent who's a doctor all the time, maybe you find it's in your blood too, and that's the lane you want to go down.
And she's happy.
All right, Kaylee. That's great.
Thanks, Kaylee.
Have a great night. Have a great day, Kaylee. Amy's up next at 713-390-KRBE. We're asking the question, what did you want to be as a kid, and what are you actually doing as an adult? Hi, Amy. Good morning.
Hi.
Hey, so
Hello.
what was it that you wanted to be when you were a little kid?
So when I was a little kid, I wanted to be a famous horseback riding teacher.
Okay.
Dressage.
Yes.
Wait, a famous
She wanted to be an
horseback riding
equestrian.
teacher.
How many
like
famous-
a trainer
how much famous
of
ones do we know?
jockeys?
I didn't really know. I just knew I was obsessed with horses, and I wanted to work with horses. And I was like, hey, let's invent this job.
Okay. And what'd you end up
Okay.
being?
So I'm now a special education teacher or in-class support teacher with middle school students.
That's fantastic.
Nice. All right.
Well, we need folks like you.
Yeah, that's a great
Yes,
profession. And how'd you get into it?
So when I went into college, I was actually going to college to be an art teacher. But then my last year of college, I decided to change it to psychology. Just because, I like the brain. It's interesting. And then when I graduated, I was like, oh, wow, can't really do too much with just a bachelor's in psychology. So I got into doing ABA therapy with children who have autism from 2 to 7 years old, and went from there. So now
Wow.
I actually just got my standard teaching certification.
That's fantastic.
Oh, awesome,
Thank you
Amy!
for what you're doing.
Congratulations. At what point, Amy, did the horseback riding teacher fame start to phase out for you? Like 7th grade, 10th grade? Where did the horseback riding dream die?
It was probably around 6th grade, because when I finally didn't get that horse for Christmas that I kept wanting, it kind of dawned on me, all right, this probably isn't going to happen.
Now, have you ever ridden a horse to this day?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got to be around them for you to have that in you, right? I mean, I know people who there's like horse camps over the summertime. At some areas in Houston, there's horse camp.
Plus they're
I've never been a
expensive.
horse camp,
That's why kids
I know
wanna-
it exists.
Kids want to deal with be with horses because they don't realize how expensive it is.
It's really expensive. My mom used to have a couple of them, and
It's not cheap, right?
trust me, it drove us to the poorhouse. I mean, it's like
My uncle used to have a lot of horses, and even my husband, he had a couple of horses growing up, and we're actually expecting a little girl, and so he's already planning on getting a horse.
Oh, that's cute. A little
nice,
pony for her. They can grow up
congratulations.
together.
I have a pony, mommy.
It's like a Disney
Yeah.
That's
movie.
Mr. K's life.
you buy a horse,
Yeah.
you got to realize that. I mean, it's way more expensive than having an extra child. They eat a lot,
Oh, we
and
know.
it costs a lot.
Well, good luck on that, and congratulations on your little girlie. Thank you so much for listening to the
We have
Rule
time
and
for one
Ryan
more.
Show. Ashley's up next. What did you want to be as you were growing up, and what are you actually doing now that you are a grown-up? Ashley, good morning.
Good morning. Hi. I wanted to be a singer when I was a little kid.
Oh, well, we need to hear it then.
Yeah, do a little
Yeah,
ditty.
sing, and then we'll guess. Then we'll guess if you're still a singer.
Come on,
At first, I thought she said she wants to be a senior. I go,
no.
what? Like,
No,
you
a
want to be
singer.
older?
Okay, so you wanted to be a singer, like a pop star.
That train has left the station a long time ago.
Okay, what'd you end up being?
I am currently a content creator. I stream video games professionally on Twitch.
Oh, nice.
Really?
You play video
Which
games
video?
for
Is
a
it one
living.
specific video game or many video games?
I am mainly an FPS streamer, a first-person shooter game streamer.
Okay, so
cool.
like Call of Duty and stuff.
Do you get paid? How
I
much do you
play
get paid for that? Can I ask?
Probably
Like, is it making a
Wait, what?
Okay,
Wait,
Call of Duty.
what'd she say?
Call of Duty? She said.
Yeah, no,
Say it
Call
again?
of Duty's kind of for the week. I stream Valorant.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that
Call
one.
him out
Wait, what'd you say? Call of Duty is what?
for the week.
For the
The
week.
week.
For the week.
I would love to play
So-
you one time, and you would kill me in like 2 seconds. I
Oh,
bet.
probably. Yeah, me too.
This,
I used to
And
get
this makes
teabagged all
you-
the time in Halo. I'd
Oh,
never.
God.
Phoenix would always would play together on the weekends and just shoot me, and I'd be like, I didn't even see him anywhere. Next thing always top of me.
How much money can you make doing that? I mean,
yeah,
can you
Ashley,
give
is
us
this
a
like an
ballpark?
actual income that you're supporting your whole self?
Oh, yeah, I support my whole self. Roughly about a month's worth because we get paid monthly. Roughly, I make about $4,000 or $5,000 a month.
Ooh.
On just subs alone. That doesn't include like anything like bits
Bye,
or
y'all.
extensions.
I'm out.
So you don't have to go anywhere. You just are in your house on Twitch and you're competitively playing video
But
games.
she has to be good. You can't,
Yeah.
Nobody wants to
Right,
play.
right,
Where'd you get these skills?
Technically you don't have to be good.
Well, who's going to
Like,
pay
you
to
just
watch a
have to be
crappy
able to have
player?
a personality and bring content that people like to watch.
Yeah, you got to be funny. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be
Interesting.
fun.
So just sit around and play video games, and you make $60,000 a year.
And you get offered other games too to play to try out because my buddy used to get like Farmville. He
I
would
do a lot
farm.
of charity streams is what I do. So that's how I reach out to my community is through charity streams.
What's your Twitch name?
It is Ashley G.
Okay.
I'm
Ashley
a
G.
smaller streamer on Twitch. I used to do YouTube, but then I got tired of that and I put my hand into Twitch, and I just have a great community that gives a lot of subs. Like I had a birthday subathon recently in July.
What is a sub? I don't know what a sub is.
It's a subscriber.
Yeah, people.
Oh, subscriber.
They give
Yeah,
you
they
money.
pay like a certain amount to be able to like get like emotes to use in chats and different chats. They get like days where I'll do games that they pick that I'll buy and I'll play with them. Like just all kinds of things
Wow.
that the community can enjoy.
Yeah, Twitch is fun.
That's
If you guys never been on
awesome.
Twitch? And there's
Yeah.
people that have like game night where you can pay them
I have
to do
every
hot
Saturday
sauce.
I have a community night for my my Discord and my community, and we get together with a bunch of my other streamer friends and we play golf or we play Among Us or we just do something that's big enough for a lot of people to join in.
Yep.
I am blown
Ashley
away.
G.
That's fun.
Actually,
That is a really unique
would
job.
never
That's awesome.
watch that.
Video
games.
It's everything. I just don't get no sleep.
yeah. So
Don't
you don't
get
want to
sleep.
sing us a little Adele before you go?
Yeah, good. Easy on
Oh,
that.
I'm good, Ahmad. I'll leave that to you.
It was Ashley.
Mr. Beyonce.
Yeah, Mr. Beyonce. It was one of the top jobs people wanted.
KRBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
All right, it is brought to you by Duncan. People who had an appointment to get a driver's license today at the Texas Department of Public Safety, you got to reschedule. There's an ongoing outage of the state's driver's license system that's caused the department to cancel all appointments that were scheduled from 7:30 this morning till noon.
Booster was scheduled this morning.
Oh, no.
Yes, and there's no more appointments for the rest of the month.
No, the outage is impacting all driver's license services, including renewing and replacing, getting an ID card, obtaining a driving record, or verifying eligibility. It's all shut down.
And that you can't do it online. You got to go in for this particular one. So I don't know what he's going to do. We've got to leave the country here at the end of the month. So
needs an ID.
Did they say what it was, Ryan? Was it like a glitch that took it down?
They say it's an ongoing outage of the entire system.
Oops.
United went down yesterday,
Yeah.
and then the DPS went down today.
I'm telling you, it's rise of the machines.
We're going old school, guys. Let's go bring back the post office.
It's actually failing.
No, not the post office.
Like
Let's get that person with the horse and the letters.
What was that movie? The Postman?
The Postman with Kevin Costner.
It's awful.
There's a
Okay.
movie about a postman?
Like the
It's
world,
called The Postman.
future. What was it?
Like society has fallen.
Oh, okay.
and he wants to bring back the
Mail.
The mail. Because that
Okay.
shows that America's still alive.
Oh.
That's Pony Express.
I had no idea that's what that is about. I thought it was a love story about
3
some
hours of
postman in Italy who falls in love with one of his customers.
Not a rom-com, I promised you. The Stros, my God, Jose Altuve, 3 home runs. They took out the Rangers 14-1. What a blowout.
3 home runs in a row, plus the night before he had 2. And it was 4 home runs in a row. 5 out of...
It was insane.
He had like 6 in a row of like singles and 5 home runs.
I
And
think
one
he's
of
had
those
15.
home runs was like 470 feet or something insane.
They weren't cheapies. They were awesome.
They were like the furthest you could hit him in the ballpark.
And the Rangers announcers, if you go on everywhere on like Instagram or Twitter,
Oh my God,
they're
I heard
like,
that, Eric.
Did you hear what were they saying? Like,
oh my God, y'all, here's the
I'm
thing.
not impressed.
They're getting their butts kicked. And the one guy's like, well, three homers for Jose Altuve. I mean, you can't really call it like it's not really a play. I mean, he didn't give the Rangers a chance to even try and catch it. I mean, it's not even playable.
It's not impressive
out
if
of
it's
the
a home
ballpark.
run.
It's not
Oh,
impressive. It's a
God.
home run.
He was
mean,
joking.
if he made it to the base because he hit it in the park and then he got there is one thing. But I mean, these balls never had a chance for the guys to play them.
Then at the end he goes, okay, I'm just kidding. It is impressive. I don't.
That's what's going down in H-Town. Special K's got a prank coming up next.
We'll call this one a collections call. Someone put down my name on their loan, and now folks are calling my number all summer.
God.
All summer
Oh,
to
God, I
get their
can't wait to hear
money.
this. We're going to hear it next on the Rule and Ryan Show.